Hello, this is Dr. Satish Singhal, PhD from Rose State College in Midwest City, Oklahoma. I'm going to show a few more details of input and output in C# program. And for that, first thing we need to do is really work with the data type. And I want you to read my class, read all that. But really, then we need to focus on data types, which is necessary for writing the actual program. So I think somewhere we have the data types. Okay, so built-in data type are three types: integral, Boolean, and floating point. And their subtypes are shown very soon. So integrals are all these types: s byte, short, int, long, byte, u short, u int, u long, and char. For most part, I want you to focus on int, sometime long, and of course char for single character. Okay? All right. And then in a minute, I'm going to show input for each type. For the floating point type, we have float, double, and decimal. You should use decimal anytime you're working with the money. You should double anytime you're working with data that could be decimalized, but it's not money actually. And float for smaller numbers. The limits are shown in this document in a table, but basically for floating point type, restrict yourself to double and decimal. Decimal only when you are using money. So if I need to declare somebody's salary, I should declare that's decimal. But if I need to declare somebody's grade point average, then that should be double type. Okay? All right, and then we have for Boolean type, just two, true or false. So there is not too much in there really, just true or false. And in a minute I'll show you input for int, long, double, and decimal, and output for them as well. Okay, so we're gonna use Visual Studio for that, and this is the basic stuff. So we start with the Visual Studio, and I'm not sure if basically you do file, new. This part you will not see because my frame does not do that, but basically create a project, and previous video actually shows that. And then I go to other languages, C#, not Windows Form, just console application, and I'm going to store this somewhere. So let me go to my flash drive and I'll store it there. So let's see, courses taught, C#, and then select that folder, and I'll just call it input output video. Okay, I input output video. Okay. All right, and what C# does, if it will ever do it, it's very slow. Okay, there it is. So it'll create a program.cs file. When you are working with just one class called program, would have a main method inside there, static void main. Notice that main started with uppercase M. So now I'm going to just take inputs from the user for int, double, decimal first, and then by then you will see the pattern. The pattern will be same. So first we declare the data type. You could use var, but I'm not going to do that right now. Int age on last birthday. C# requires you to initialize generally as soon as you have a data, and let's see, I'm hoping that this will be tools options. I can increase the fonts just in case it's not easily visible. Text editor, C#, line numbers are already there. Actually, there should be font and color here. Actually, there you go. Yeah. I'm gonna bump it to size 14, bold, and really okay. Everything's slow, but it has to work. Okay. C# requires initialization on the same line because they don't want to take a chance that uninitialized data gets used later. It's not a bad idea to do that. So now we prompt the user. We use console.writeLine for that. Enter age on last birthday. Obviously it's an integer, so we warn them about that. Whole number only. Sorry. And then here is different from C++, although similar to Visual Basic, that console.readLine is used for reading the data, but you need to do a parse. So really age on last birthday will be equal to int.parse whatever they enter on console, console.readLine. readLine. Okay, so on line 15 here we'll get their input. Now I'm going to show you exactly how that works, but let's print out for them. So output will be again console.writeLine. Okay, your age on last birthday equals excuse me, have a little bit of a cough. Okay, and then we can also do some math with this. Console.writeLine, your age on next birthday equals plus 1. Let's run this much portion and then you will see how input and output has been done. Compile is Control-Shift-B or build and rebuild. Either one is fine. Control F5 will run the program, and I'll slide this in this portion here so you can see it. So if I enter the age on last birthday, let's say 49, and you can say your last birthday 49, next 50. Okay, I have a little typing spelling here, so fix that in a minute. So that's how you take the input for integer, next birthday. All right, let's say I want to get their GPA, so I can declare that as a double type, double GPA, initialized to 0.0. Sorry. And I say console.writeLine, enter your GPA. GPA is a double type, so we take the input as not in dot parse but double dot parse. So we say GPA equal to double dot parse console.readline. So now you get the idea. Console.readline reads everything they do. Parsing allows us to convert it to respective data type. Double dot parse converts from string, this is actually a string, to double type, which is this. In dot parse converts from string back to the int type, because this is int type. Okay, so let's show that. So console dot write line your GPA equals plus GPA, and in this format I will not be able to fix the decimal, but there's another way to do that, which is called console.writeLine, but in different way, where we can specify the format. But let's run this because each video is 15 minutes. I'm already at 11. Okay, Control F5, so slide back here. So again 23, GPA is, let's say, 3.2, and it prints the GPA 3.2 at this line. So it took the input exactly. Okay, we were not able to fix the decimal point because if you do write line it doesn't do that. We'll show that in another time. So I just need to show you how to take input for decimal. So let's say you'll use decimal in assignment number 3. So decimal, let's say salary equal to 0.0, and I think it has a suffix called m. Without m it's not going to work, and we'll just do something simple. Console dot write line, enter your salary. Okay, and we'll say salary equal to decimal dot parse console dot read line. I should show you a format where you can print out the salary in dollars form, and in fact I'm going to do that. So I'm going to pause the video just a second and come back. Okay, input for decimal is taken like decimal dot parse console dot read line, but when you want to print and format it in the currency format, this technique is used, and this is described in the textbook, by the way, ebook, my ebook. And 0 means the first argument, this one, colon C means give it a currency format. And when we do that, when we run the program, the result is like this. So you can see that when we outputted the salary, it gave us the dollar on the front and the comma separator when it's outputting. Okay, this technique here can be used for floating point also. I don't have time in this video, but I think if you read the ebook, it's described in the ebook quite well actually. Okay, so this is our procedure for input and output in the C# program, and soon I'll do more work on that. Thank you so much.